I'm lying in bed next to Ed, my husband, feeling so much gratitude and love for the preciousness of my life. I'm luxuriating in belonging. My big dog is at our feet and the little ones curled between us. And then it happens again. A familiar sadness permeates my being. And I think about the temporary nature of existence. I think about death and dying alone, and then I think, shit, Ed is going to die someday too. And then I'm weeping in bed silently so I don't disturb Ed or my animals. Wait a second, I think to myself, I just took a Xanax 45 minutes ago, and I thought the whole point of anti-anxiety medication was to keep my brain from connecting to any tangible emotion. I'm just one pill shy of a total fucking meltdown, I thought, and in the other direction, one Xanax away from feeling nothing ever. That made me smile inside, pharmaceutical humor. True freedom from a Buddhist perspective is accepting life exactly as it unfolds. That or take a Xanax. No. I, Janet, welcome and accept all of my thoughts and emotions without pushing them away. Sad, sad, sad. Be with the sadness of my life without children. And mad at Republicans, born-again Christians, and mean people. And shame on me for being absorbed with self-investigation and knowing and exploration when sad, and mad, the world is falling apart around me, and hate and suffering are abundantly abundant. Pumpkins! Damn it, pumpkins! That's the second time this week I drove by that same pumpkin patch. Thanksgiving, Halloween, Christmas, Kwanzaa, the pagan holidays. Shoot me if I skipped something or offended somebody. Someone's getting shot right now somewhere anyways. New Year's Eve. Now, talk about pressure to feel amazing. Valentine's Day. A holiday actually I can get on board with. Love. I love you, Ed. Thank you for loving me. Even though you will die someday. It is humiliating to feel this sensitive and fragile and emotional. I don't even like to take an ibuprofen, and it was humbling this week. To feel like I needed to weasel a couple Xanaxes from a friend of mine who's way crazier than I am. You know what? I liked it. In fact, I tried to get my primary care physician to give me a prescription, but she said no. She only prescribes it for people whose homes burn down or who lose children to death. Apparently, it's very addictive. However, without me asking, she wrote me a prescription for medical marijuana. Fucking hippie Santa Cruz doctors, it's not that I don't love pot, it's just that I really like that Xanax. And I only had one left. Everything sets me off these days. Pumpkins, Republicans, born-again Christians, well, they always make me mad. And my dog, Olivia, killing that innocent little squirrel in Roaring Camp, the railroad station near my house. Me running across the meadow, chasing her, that squirrel hanging out of her mouth, blood all over her face and body, and me arriving breathless at the scene. The Roaring Camp employee saying, "Ma'am," or "Miss," Who am I kidding? He said, ma'am. Ma'am, I think that squirrel bit your dog. That's an awful lot of blood. Oh no, ma'am, the squirrel's dead. My God, my dog killed the squirrel! I screamed and I collapsed into his arms. And he didn't appear to be the hugging type, but he held me. Or I held him. The whole thing was so confusing and wrought with exaggerated but very real emotion. Yet proving how complex I am. I laughed until I cried, making fun of myself, telling the same story to a friend a couple days later. She said, Janet, that guy at the railroad station was probably just thinking, Jesus, lady, it's just a fucking squirrel. I love you, Janet. I love you, Janet. I love you, Janet. I said to myself driving home from graduate school in San Francisco, I'm getting my master's degree in psychology. Don't you want me to be your therapist? I'll leave my card at the door. Sure. I love you, Janet. I love you, Janet. I love you, Janet. I get you. I see you. I'm sorry that you didn't have children. The world is crazy. Our country is being run by a lunatic, and it's really unfortunate that your dog killed that little innocent squirrel. I love you, Janet. It was as if being tender with myself, I love you, Janet, pulled all the pain out of me until there was nothing that needed to come forth anymore. It felt good but nourishing. Good and nourishing and painful to cry in the car. But, then it was over. I was driving along and I could feel the evaporated tears on my cheeks. And then I reached over into my bag on the passenger seat and I kind of fiddled around. Now, I wasn't trying to mask my pain with pharmaceuticals. As you can see, I just had my pain. But now it was time to take that last Xanax.